What's happening, YouTube? It is Trev. I'm going to talk to you a little bit today about Elmo ERC. Been the subject of actually most of my videos lately because I rarely put out videos, but there always seem to be things going on within Elmo ERC that I want to chat with you about. And I'll tell you right now that there's not going to be any information in this video. This video is going to be more about inspiration. The reason I say that is because whenever I do videos on Elmo ERC, quite often I get in my chat section questions about why I'm supporting this project. What is it that I like about this project? Where is the price of the project? And they're trying to make a point because the price has been in the 0.004 to 0.005 range for a while now. And this isn't an excuse. This is just the way it is. Along with everything else that you see, the crypto's just boring as can be right now. Everything is just sitting in this path. Not a lot of volatility, not a lot of up and down, a few things here and there, but for the most part, everything is kind of holding steady, and we know the things that we're waiting for. We're waiting for the Bitcoin ETF approval. We're waiting for the Bitcoin halving. We're waiting for a bull market to start. But the price has been very, very stagnant. It's very boring, and people asking me why I like it, why I'm still here. And this is where the inspiration comes in. Now, like I always tell you, I will not suggest to you that you buy anything, hold anything, sell anything. I am not a financial advisor, but I will answer the question for myself and tell you why it is that I really have high hopes and expectations for this project. Let me take you to a tweet that actually just came out about, I don't know, an hour and a half ago, less than 2 hours ago. And this kind of sums it up. Now, I want to tell you, the person who wrote this tweet, English is not their first language. The syntax is horrible. It's very horribly written. But the message that they're trying to get across here is a very valid one, and I want to expound on it a little bit. So basically it says, often when things in crypto sound too good to be true, it's not true. Often when things in crypto sound too good to be true, they're not true. Okay. However, there is exceptions which should say, however, there are exceptions in crypto that actually can deliver things that sound too good to be true. You've been with Elmo maybe from the beginning, maybe you are new, but what you have seen so far is nothing compared to what is to come. Big words. We hear these big words with every meme coin out there, right? If they have a leadership, we hear it from the leadership. If they don't have a discernible leadership, we hear it from the community, anyone who's invested or into that particular crypto, that particular meme coin. It's all about praise, right? And you just wait, there's so much to come. But basically what they're saying here is that there are a lot of meme coins that do that. There have been a lot of meme coins that have been doing that since the beginning of meme season, and a lot of them are gone. A lot of them have fallen by the wayside. I could name a few, but there's no point. You know what they are, right? The ones that were all about hype. And they were going to do this and they were going to do that. And you can't find them anymore. They're gone. They either rug pulled or they're so far down with no hopes of getting up again that they may as well have just rug pulled, right? Be prepared for true decentralized crypto. With the support of AI and a team of big brains and hardworking hands, be ready for Elmo. So this is kind of what I want to talk to you about. Now, earlier today, and let me I'll bounce out of this and back to just me for a second because I want to talk to you. Earlier today, as I often do, I had a long conversation with Elmo Faux Dev, or EFD, as I have shortened it to make it easier. Actually, I call him something totally else that I know about. But anyway, everyone knows him as Elmo Faux Dev. We'll call him EFD. I had a long conversation with him, over 2 hours, maybe close to 3 hours. Definitely more than 2 hours, maybe close to 3 hours. I really wasn't timing it because once we get going, somehow time flies. And every time he tells me, hey, do you have time for a short? You have time for a short call? Sure, right? Short call should be 10, 15 minutes. We're on the phone for a couple hours all the time. Because the man, he just goes and goes and goes. He has so much information in his head to get out that, he can really just go that long and it seems like no time whatsoever. I'm also honored to, I believe, be someone, I'm sure I'm not the only person, but I'm definitely someone who he likes to brainstorm with. And not like he's picking my brain, but he likes to maybe hear himself verbalize some of the things that he's talking about. And I'm a little bit of a sounding board. I may or may not offer some, questions or critique or whatever on what he's talking about. But anyway, these conversations happen often, and I'm grateful for them. This is someone who I actually consider to be a friend, because very often we're talking about Elmo, or we're talking about other crypto, but also we talk about life. We talk about life where he lives. We talk about life where I live. We talk about our families. So as much as you can get to know someone online, we've gotten to know each other. And he's like my kind of guy. There are people that I deal with daily, that I work with, or that I just meet in different capacities. And, you kind of know whether somebody is somebody you would hang out with or kind of be cool with if they're your kind of people or not, right? And I can tell you that EFD's, he's my kind of guy. He really is, and I learn a lot from him. But here's where the inspiration part of it comes in. Everything they're actually alluding to something, or maybe even a couple somethings in that tweet, or whatever we're calling them now, because it's not Twitter anymore, but I'm still going to call it a tweet, right? X post, whatever. They're alluding to something. And they're alluding to something that we talked about, EFD and I, this morning at length. Here's the answer to the question, why are you so into this one, Trev? The answer is everything that they develop, and it's Elmo Faux Dev. He's the developer. Anything that he wants to do, anything that comes into his mind, he knows how to put it together. He knows how to get it done. The team, the project, does not need to pay developers to do anything because he can do it all, right? And with some life changes recently, he's got even more time now and more focus and more dedication to getting some things done. But as they develop things, EFD has, and I pointed it out to him, I don't even know if he realized it, he has this thing where he doesn't want to just build staking. He doesn't want to just write the staking platform, the smart contracts. He doesn't want to just burn. He doesn't want to just build a game. Anything that they're planning on doing, and there are a lot of other things that this is why I said there's not going to be any information. I can't tell you about all the things that he has told me are developed, in development, ready to be tested, almost ready to be tested, tweaking this, tweaking that. I can't even tell you about the things because they're not ready to announce it yet. But holy crap, right? Anyway, I don't want to get myself. I'm already got myself off track, right? But when they develop these things, he has this thing where that I appreciate, that he doesn't want to just make a game or just make staking. He always wants to do something unique with it, something that sets the project apart from everything else that's out there, right? Elmo ERC is and will be unique in a lot of different ways, because there's always that factor that he insists on putting in there that's going to, I'm not going to say revolutionize everything, right? But at least they're going to, get some attention, because it's not like what everybody else is doing, right? Even like, let's look at the game. I'll look at the game, for instance. All right, it's a game, right? It's going to be on the computer. I mean, there are phenomenal games out there, and there are other cryptocurrency projects who have created games or are looking to create games, right? So what's different about this one? Well, we can make the graphics great. We can make the playability great. We can do a lot of different things with it, okay? But everybody wants to do that if they can afford to do it. What's uniquely different about this one, and what no one else has thought of, is that this is not just a game meme alliance. It's not just a game for Elmo ERC and Elmo's community. He wanted to make a game that would be inclusive, because there is so many, and we've talked about this before, there is so much competition amongst meme coin communities and just crypto projects in general. A lot of separating, right? If you love this one, you're almost not allowed to love anything else, right? But he wanted it to be inclusive. He wanted to make a game that not only all of the meme coin community or projects would enjoy playing, but that would actually benefit them to play as well. So that there is something in it to benefit their project, to benefit their individual bags, right? But it is meant to bring everybody together, to play a game together, to socialize. And while you're doing that, right, you're also networking. So you're building alliances with some of these other projects, instead of, building bridges instead of building walls, right? That's the unique thing about this game, and that's he sits and he thinks to himself. This is what he tells me. He sits and he brainstorms to himself and to me and to Master and to some of the rest of the team, and hears himself say these things out loud, and then he sits and he contemplates it. He says, "How can I make it different? How can I make it better?" That is the secret sauce. That's the seasoning in everything that will be developed for Elmo ERC. Talked about true decentralization. We've heard that before, okay? But I know what they're talking about. I know what he's talking about. And what is being developed and almost ready, hopefully, within a very short amount of time. I have a time frame. I'm not going to say it, right? What's being developed is something that is going to be a game changer for Elmo ERC. And I don't know what just happened to my camera. I kind of froze, but hopefully it didn't. Right, there I am. I'm moving again. It's going to be a game changer for Elmo ERC, but it talked about AI, okay? EFD is very into AI. And a lot of what he's creating includes an AI component, right? So what he's talking about and what they're talking about in the tweet, and this other thing that's going to be launched or tested to be launched shortly, is going to include an AI component. So it's nothing that maybe some other projects don't have, right? But what's the secret sauce? It's going to have AI. In a few different ways, right? Everything is going to work in conjunction with each other. It's all going to mesh. These are the reasons that I really don't care what the price is right now, These are the reasons that I have a lot of hope and expectations for Elmo ERC. Nothing is guaranteed. Nothing, right? Nothing. That's all there is to it. There's really nothing else to say about that. Elmo ERC, even with all this, is not guaranteed. But nothing that I'm invested in is guaranteed. So why do I invest in it? Well, there has to be something about it that catches my eye and says, okay, if this actually happens the way it's supposed to happen, it's going to make me money. It's going to do well, right? In Elmo ERC, when I talk to EFD, Elmo FoDev, and I listen and we chat about what he's developing and his vision for this project, I can't help but get excited. I'm excited at the end of every conversation that we have, to the point where he has to bring me down. And he's like, oh, don't get too crazy, right? Because I just want to go out and buy, a million more Elmo. I can't afford to buy a million more Elmo ERC, but I want to keep adding. Another thing that he'll do with me, and which was great, is, okay, how much do you have right now? As it climbs and as it does this, and he tells me why it's going to climb and when it's going to climb and what he thinks it's going to climb to, right? And again, no crystal ball, but, educated guess, if you will, right? You take profits at this point. And then, you take profits at that point, and you build up to this and whatever. And so we talked about, well, how much do I need to have to take profits along the way so that I'm doing well, but still have enough of a moon bag so that when it gets to the point dollar-wise that we want it to get to, or that we expect it to get to, and we've been throwing around $1, that's easy. We've been throwing around $2. We've been talking about how this, that, and that, and that. If this, and this, and this happens, it can't help but get to $2.25. So we brainstorm these things, and he helps me to see what I need to be holding to get to this and this and this. And if I can't get there because I can't buy as much Elmo as I want to buy, he says, well, this is how you do this, right? Because he's a blockchain specialist, because he's been involved in some of the biggest projects and exchanges out there, right? Worked with and worked for, or whatever. Says this is what you do. You make X amount of money with Elmo, and then you take that and you put it into this, and then you do that, and you do that, and you do that, and he'll lay all that stuff out, right? This to me shows that this is someone that I can trust, because if I talk to any other team of any other project, they're solely focused on their project. And if you have any of their token, and if you sell any of their token and don't hold it until it goes to blah, 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 they're not happy with you. They're not happy with you, right? Not EFD, right? He says, take profits, trade smartly. This is how you do it. This is the exchange to get in, so you can trade it to fiat. Or if you don't trade it to fiat, you can trade it to this, you can trade it to that. He wants us all to be successful. He wants us to make money. These are some of the reasons. I don't know if that inspires you, but when I talk to him, it inspires me. And so I just want to pass that along to you, because I know that not everybody has access and the ability to kind of chit-chat the way I do. And I'm really honored to call him a friend. I'm really honored that I get that time. And I'm happy to be able to share that with you. So if you could, for me, if this was helpful at all, right, hit the like button. Leave some comments in the comment section. Ask questions. Let's chat about things. Not for me. Not for, any financial gain or whatever through YouTube, but so that we can get this message out to as many people as possible. Now, there are some other things coming up within the next couple of weeks that I've been happy to be able to kind of facilitate. In other words, putting these people together with these people, having to do with Elmo ERC. So there are some fun things that are happening, and I'm really grateful. I'm grateful and honored and blessed to, I don't know how, but have put myself in a position where people want to talk to me and trust me. with some information, and as often as I can, I want to be able to relay that to you guys, and to as many people as possible. So, yeah, if you could hit the like button, if you want to subscribe, but leave comments in the comment section and let's chit chat about it. Share the video, whatever. Let's keep getting the word out. Okay. All right. Very nice talking to you. I know it's a rarity lately, but I will try to talk to you again soon. Okay. Ciao. Oops. Still gotta remember how to do this.